Okay, brilliant. On to my next special guest now on my show. It's great to have from the other side across the Atlantic, BB Ann. Welcome to my show. How are we doing today?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. Welcome to my show. Where are you calling in today?
Pardon?
Where are you calling in from today? Where are you in the world?
I'm in Southern Ontario in Canada.
Right, brilliant. Yeah, I think I know where it is. Kind of central, aren't you?
Yeah, so it's 11 a.m. here.
Okay, brilliant. Well, welcome to the show. It's just a delight to have you on. Wanted to talk about your music really. I'm going to throw this over to you. For the benefit of my listeners, could you just tell a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, I music is kind of like my second little chasing dream right now, but I do work full time as a general manager at a really cool pub spot here. We do like craft beer, but yeah, so I'm also a mom of three kids. Kind of a little bit of a busy life, but the music career has been a bit more of a new venture to me the past few years. And since I've started, I just haven't been able to stop. I grew up always wanting to be a singer, and I would sing in school plays. A couple of them did the vocal classes, but I kind of stuck towards more of the sports growing up. And then it wasn't actually until recently I started venturing into this singer-songwriter gig.
That's great. Well, thanks for just telling me a little bit more about yourself. Keep him busy then.
Oh
You
yeah.
do you find there's not enough hours in the day to do everything?
I try. You got to be able to multitask. I got really good with that having three kids, being able to multitask my life, and I rather than making plans to go out with friends or here and there, I make sure that I have enough time for myself, my music, and that's kind of like what I really love doing anyway. So I'm kind of in my happy spot doing the music. So
Yeah, that's good. A happy medium, equal balance for everything.
yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah, just wanted to just move over to your tracks now. Maybe we can just reflect on some of the tracks that you've released over the last couple of years or so. I listened just to Mud on Your Boots as well. That's a nice little a catchy little number.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was the first song I actually ever recorded and put out. So it was a really cool experience to have that song as my first song being put out. A little country, I don't know, fun love tune about a guy, I guess. Just kind of about, usually when you start dating people, it's kind of like we got to dress up and go do all these things. But I'm kind of more of the girl who just wants to kick it, country style. Like, let's get mud on our boots, if you say, and just hang out rather than going out and having to dress up
Hmm.
all the time. So yeah,
Sometimes it's not bad to have a bit of mud on your boots, is it?
right, exactly.
Cool. Right, and dear Lucille as well. You know, Lucille, that's quite a prominent name in country music. I think it's Kenny Rogers who had a
Oh
hit
yeah.
with that. Where did the inspiration writing that come from?
I guess I had just some feelings about not necessarily myself, but uh just I don't know. I don't even know exactly where the exact feelings came from. That was actually a co-write, which was really cool. I wrote that with another artist down here, and we kind of put that together. We wrote the song one night over a campfire kind of idea. I was, feeling maybe a little more melancholy than normal and had some sad thoughts in my head, and we had a really cool vibe and decided to write that. And after writing it, we said I wanted to record it because I liked how it sounded and I wanted to be able to hear it. And yeah, it was really cool. That was a cool process as well.
Cool. We'll encourage our listeners to give that one a little listen as well. And you've released an EP this year in 2024 called Lonely Highway.
I did.
Is that from personal experiences? You know, being in sometimes this industry can get a bit by yourself sometimes.
Yeah, you know what? All of that it's definitely those four songs. A couple of them really mean a lot more than the other two to me, but all came from my own feelings. And the Lonely Highway isn't necessarily a sad lonely highway. Like as much as I find myself being alone, that's kind of how that second song, Lonely, came out as well, too, because like I was saying earlier, I do tend to find my most comfort and my happy spots when I am lonely. And the
Mm,
Lonely Highway is just kind of a place I would say I enjoy being, not like the heartbreak part of it, but
mm.
being on the road and being able to listen to my music and just drive and listen to other artists' music. And that's kind of like the Lonely Highway. It's where I kind of like being.
Yeah, it's nice to have a place of solace sometimes, just one where you can just hide yourself away from the outside world, bit of me time.
Yeah.
And just reflecting on your artwork as well to Lonely Highway, you stood on the middle of the road. Does that kind of like try and portray the story it's trying to tell?
Yeah, it's kind of showing like, and that was where that Lonely Highway was. Just kind of like there's nothing really in reach. It's just the highway, it's you, it's by yourself. I even took that photo on a little highway that had no middle lines, so it wasn't
Mm,
like I was going north or south or east or west. It was just kind of like this is where I'm at, and that's exactly, yeah, it was really that's a really cool shot.
mm. And where do you draw your influences from day to day?
You know what? I feel like there's so many different things that can inspire me when it comes to writing or singing or, anything with my music. A lot of my inspirations come from, maybe some feelings that I have had for a long time. And I just started expressing them the last couple of years with my music and with my writing. And some of them have even, come from places deep down that, was a decade ago, but I still am able now to like get out those feelings. And a lot of I find just other artists to help inspire you when I guess like you're writing, and it's fun to just I don't know, sometimes just write, even if nothing comes about it. Sometimes I just write out feelings. Like I think I have a two books of pages where some of them are, just even like 5 lines or something. And even on my notes on my phone, I think there's probably 20 on there where I could just be driving and something inspired me.
Mm.
Like Lilacs in the Ditches, the other one song that's on my EP. I was driving down an old road and I saw lilacs in the ditches, and it reminded me of something that I used to do in the past with my mom. And, it inspired me to write that song. So,
Mm. Amazing. It's really not interesting to see what goes into the mechanics of like songwriting.
yeah. Yeah. And I find like knowing other artists as well, too, people write so differently. Like sometimes I'll write an entire song without a melody, without music, and then I'll put music to it. Other times, I kind of am humming a melody and I hear a couple lines in my head, and then that's kind of how I go with it. But
Mm,
for the most part, I generally usually write the lyrics before I'm writing the music.
mm. Great. And people who have listened to you like on Spotify, they've also listened to Slim Pickerel and the Tragically Hip as well. Are you familiar with them at
I
all?
guess so. Slim Pickerel more than the Tragically. Like I know who the Tragically Hip are. I probably have a couple other songs on my playlist, but I never grew up listening to them. Slim Pickerel is another local band from this area as well, and they're singer-songwriters. They actually were one of my, I guess, bigger inspirations in the beginning to pick up my guitar.
Mm. Is
I
that and the guitar? I've seen just a picture of you like strumming away. Do you
Yeah.
remember when you first picked up the guitar? What was that experience like? The feeling of it?
Well, a long time ago, I picked up an old guitar, and I think I only learned one or two chords, and then I didn't go anywhere with that. It was just more of like my dad bought it for me kind of idea. So, to be honest, I only picked up the guitar about 2.5 years ago.
Mm,
And that is when I started self-teaching myself the guitar, and it was kind of a cool experience because I was just sitting there by myself kind of idea. And now it's practicing, it's trying to get better and learn new things and that kind of idea. But I love the fact that now with my writing, I can also put music to my writing. So that was really a big thing for me, how that transpired.
mm. And the Canadian country scene at the moment, it's thriving, flourishing at present.
The Canadian country scene.
Mm.
Yeah, it seems to be a really good scene right now. I hope to become more part of it, like a part of the bigger scene, I guess, too. So
Mm. Like growing and growing.
growing and growing every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you run like a venue. Do you ever perform in your own venue or other venues in your town or city?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you perform, like, do gigs where you are, like
Oh yeah,
where you
sorry.
work?
Yeah, yeah. Last year I had one of my first gigs, and then after that, it just kind of started rolling a little bit. And yeah, last year was my first live performance. I think I ended up having 12, and then I've had 5 this year already. So it's kind of cool. I got a lot of fun shows coming up this year, and it's kind of one of my bigger parts of my goals with my singing is to be able to play more spots and just kind of getting myself out there. um, I have my first 2-hour show this month coming up, and that's like my first ever myself gig. I've been lucky to open up for people, which was really nice. Being so new at it, so it wasn't like all of a sudden I'm playing a 4-hour show. I didn't have that amount of content ready. So it's been a really cool process over the last couple of years.
Great. Also, working by yourself, that's good. But would you like to share a stage, collaborate with another act at all?
Oh, I am all about that. I sing by myself. I have a guitar player who plays with me, but to, be on a stage, like I said, being able to open for other bands is really kind of cool. This year I'm doing a rodeo down where I'm from. So there's 3 bands that go on, and I'm kind of the middle band, just a short set, but we're getting together with the headliner, and we're actually doing a cover together. So there's going to be a full band plus my band. We're bringing in a fiddle player as well, who is from the local area, just to kind of make that like bigger, loud kind of idea. It's a lot of fun when you meet good people who are just kind of doing the same things you are and are positive towards your own goals as well as their goals. It's a really good feeling.
Sure thing. And where can people find you, like on social media, like your page?
Yeah, you can find me on social media. Anything is all under BBN Music. My website is www.bbnmusic, and that's all BBN Music. So all my social links are from there as well.
Cool. That's a great central hub to find everything, like
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah,
and so
that's why
on.
I got the website, because it has everything on there, as well as my upcoming shows are on there, past shows, and some pictures and a few fun things that are on my social media.
Yeah. And BBN, just maybe a note before that, if people can find you on Google, it's B space B. That would help as
No,
well.
yeah, it's not B space B, it's just BB. So
BB.
two,
Okay,
yeah,
right. That's
yeah,
we'll get
two
that
BB. Yeah,
mentioned as well, and people can
yeah,
find
thank
you
you.
that way.
Mhm.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining me on today's show. Very nice interview. And
Yeah, it was lovely having me. Thank you so much.
it's no worries, and it's been lovely having you on today.
Thank you.